Hey folks, Greg here. Okay, couple things. I'll try to be brief. The diagrams are great. Good work, folks. This next assignment, we're leaving Modern Family for a handful of days. I've put 4 sitcom pilots from relatively recent shows, like last 5-6 years, on the file section of Canvas. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Superior Donuts, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Broad City. Okay, relatively recent pilots. Last 5 or 7 years. Okay, you need, for this next assignment, you're just going to pick 2 of them, whatever 2 you like that you want to work on, or you don't have to like the show, whatever 2 you want. Okay, you're going to diagram them, those 2, the same way you diagrammed the 2 mod fams, but I want you to add something. You're going to, in every sentence, do it the same way. You're still going to capitalize an active verb, but I want you to also put but or despite, the word but or the word despite in each sentence. So example would be, you still focus on the action. You'd say, Greg explains the assignment despite his stutter. Okay, explains is in caps. The word despite is in the sentence. Despite is in the sentence. But if I had a stutter, it might get in the way of me explaining it. You see what I'm saying? So that's an interior conflict. Bill steals the donuts despite the security guard almost catching him. Okay. Let's use an example from Modern Family. If it's an interior conflict, it could be Phil sneaks into the circus despite his fear of clowns. So sneaks in, or sneaks would be in capitalized. That's the action. The word despite is in there, and then you're telling me, you don't have to capitalize the second part, when you're telling me what he did it in spite of. What was the obstacle to his action? So you gotta read. Go. What's stopping? What's the obstacle? Usually in comedy, and most of these sitcoms are basically farce. There's an obstacle. Otherwise, it wouldn't be funny. Either the obstacle is something that the person has that's a problem, like a fear, or they don't want to be exposed to something. They don't want. Manny romances the girl despite the other boys making fun of him. Okay? Romances is in caps, but you've got the word despite, and then you're telling me what the obstacle is to his attempt to romance her. Or you could say despite his embarrassment in front of the other boys, or you could use the word but. You could say Manny romances the girl, but the other boys make fun of him. Get it? You're identifying the obstacle, and that just means using the word but or despite after the active verb that you capitalize. Does that make sense? Remember, capitalize only active verbs. You can see I'm doing some work here. I've got a light bulb just hanging here. I hope that makes sense. If not, email me to paulg@newschool.com. I thought people's diagrams are very good. And so these are 2 more diagrams. Every sentence use the word but or despite. You're supposed to struggle with it for a little bit. It's to really get you to keep seeking out not just what someone's doing, but what is getting in the way or throwing a curveball into what they're doing. What's the obstacle? Because that's usually where the funny is. That's usually what makes it a farce. Somebody's trying to do something, but there's something that keeps making them stumble, either within them or in the situation, or another character refusing to let them open a door or propose to them or whatever it is. Okay? And that's just something I want to get you to identify and get really familiar with. Again, pick 2 of the 4 pilots that I'm putting on files for non-Modern Family shows. We'll come back to Modern Family next week when you start writing your own original material. Okay, thank you so much.